What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome to another August 1st 2021 update. Can you believe it's been over a year since we've been doing these stimulus updates and talking about lawmakers and what they're planning on doing? I just can't believe we're still discussing more stimulus at this time. We're still in this pandemic. Now, in today's video, I'm not going to go over a lot of new details regarding the stimulus check, and I'm going to touch on that first in just a second, but then we're going to dive into the infrastructure update and what is coming up this week. There's a lot of things that are going to happen. First, I just want you to keep in mind that the jobs report for this past month actually comes out this Friday. So that's actually going to be big. This is something that many lawmakers are looking at. According to many Senate aides, they are saying that yes, we are looking into the details of the jobs report. So I don't know exactly what's going to be shown in this, but my guess is, or at least according to multiple reports, Republicans are hoping, that we will see Republican states will see an uptick in hiring. So we will see what goes on there. Again, I'm going to talk about the $3.5 trillion infrastructure package, what we're going to see happen this week regarding those two bills, and then let's get into the stimulus check update for the day though. So first, if you could, go ahead, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. Also, consider subscribing so you never miss an update. Now, what is going on with the stimulus checks? Here's what we are hearing at this time. Right now, lawmakers want to see additional relief to the American people. However, they're not extremely picky at this point, whether it is a stimulus check, direct payments, a cash payment. We heard before that lawmakers were looking into the idea of a $500 gas card. Okay, so it doesn't matter what kind of relief they give, they just want to see more assistance go out to the American people. Again, we're going to see a $1.2 trillion infrastructure package, and then we're going to follow it up with a $3.5 trillion package, and there's only a small fraction of that money, of that $4.7 trillion, a small percentage of that actually goes to the American people. A very small percentage. And so some lawmakers are saying, and these are mostly progressives, but they are saying we need to provide more for the American people. But again, we will see if that actually happens. What we do know, according to multiple reports, there are numbers behind the child tax credit payment extension. And I said this before, and I actually said this, I believe, a couple days ago, I think I said this. But what we are hearing is that there are a handful of lawmakers and some in the Senate that do not 100% support the child tax credit payment extension. But they could be enticed. They could be given some type of pet project for their state, and then they could jump on board with this $3.5 trillion package, which would include potentially 4 more years of that $250 or $300 child tax credit payment. So we will see what happens there, but according to multiple aides, they're saying that if we see the child tax credit payment get extended, then the talks of stimulus checks actually drops. It's not needed as much. But again, and I hear your responses and comments, and you guys keep telling me the exact same thing, is that, well, people that don't have children need assistance too. And I'm 100% on board with that. I believe that is true. I believe that is, in many cases, that is what we need to be discussing, is why are the people that don't have children, why are they being left out? Why are people on Social Security being left out again? Why are veterans that do not have children, or their children have grown up, are over the age of 18, they're not getting anything either? And this makes absolutely no sense. So right now what we're hearing is that yes, there are additional talks of stimulus. The problem is all lawmakers at this point are looking into this and thinking, all right, we need to wait, figure out, is there going to be child tax credit payments? Is that going to happen? Are we going to see more unemployment benefits? And I discussed this a couple days ago as well. If we see more unemployment benefits, then the talks of stimulus actually drops. If we see more talks on the child tax credit payment and that gets approved, well, the talks of stimulus drops even further. And if we do see the earned income tax credit get increased even more, then the talks of stimulus drops again. So yes, at this time, lawmakers are looking into additional relief and direct payments to the American people. But what they're saying is, if all these other packages are being discussed as well, stimulus might not be needed. So that's all I want to talk about on stimulus at this point. But let's get into the update regarding infrastructure. So far, lawmakers are saying they will continue to work on the bipartisan bill and the $3.5 trillion infrastructure package. There's a lot of stuff to discuss in this. Again, the $3.5 trillion infrastructure package from President Biden, this was only supposed to be about $2.3 trillion. So it actually went up about $1.2 trillion. So what else is in this? Well, what we know right now is lawmakers are continuing to discuss this. Senator Bernie Sanders, he is actually trying to put this framework together and trying to get more support around his agenda and his idea. The problem there is Senator Joe Manchin and Senator Kyrsten Sinema, they do not support this. It is actually too expensive. And Joe Manchin wants to see something about $2 trillion. According to reports just this past week, Kyrsten Sinema, she doesn't support a $3.5 trillion infrastructure package because she says it's too expensive. However, the reports are indicating she would support something around $2 to $2.5 trillion. So Senator Bernie Sanders also stated that if it's under $3.5 trillion, he doesn't believe it would pass the Senate. And many progressives in the House would actually tank the bill as well. So that's not good news there. Right now, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, he says he wants to put these two bills to rest. He wants to get these done, get these passed, and move on to the next piece of business. Nancy Pelosi has stated she will not bring the bipartisan bill to the floor of the House until both the bipartisan bill and the infrastructure bill have passed the Senate. So not just discussions, not just a procedural vote to open debate and potentially vote on a bill. That's not what she's wanting. She wants the bills actually passed. Her words exactly. She wants to see these bills actually passed through the Senate before she brings any bill to the floor of the House. And again, in the House, progressives, they hold a pretty big majority. There's like 95 progressives in the House. And if 95 people in the House decide they're not going to support a bill, the bill will be dead. It will be dead on arrival. Guaranteed. So, we do know President Biden is eager to get these two bills passed, as it will be harder to get a deal done in 2022. According to multiple aides, they say that any infrastructure bill that doesn't get done in 2021 will not be the main focus in 2022. At that point, all eyes will pretty much be on the midterm elections. That's what we're going to see. Now, whatever happens there, we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Again, that's about a little bit over a year away. But what I can tell you is all these little things that are leading up to these midterm elections are going to play a major role. If we don't see infrastructure happen, Republicans are going to have a little bit of a boost. Okay? If we don't see it happen, Democrats are going to take a big hit. But if Democrats can pull this off, if they can get a bipartisan bill done, they can get a budget reconciliation bill done, which includes additional assistance to the American people. According to multiple experts, they are saying that Democrats would hold a good majority if they can pull this off. But this is also one of the pieces of discussion at this point is, what are we going to see this week? What we're going to see is Democrats are going to push for these bills to get done, but according to multiple experts, they say we will see additional delays. And we are going to see these delays because Republicans at this point are going to do whatever they can in order to delay the $3.5 trillion infrastructure package that most likely will get the support of multiple Democrats. The only issue is they got to get the support of Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema at this time. Joe Manchin, like I said, he supports about $2 trillion. Kyrsten Sinema has already stated she will not support $3.5 trillion. It's too expensive. So we will see what happens, but as I know more, I promise I will share more. Just wanted to thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for continuing to support the channel. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. This week I'll continue to put more and more videos out to update you on what is going on. We're gonna also dive into stocks because there's a lot of stuff going on there. I haven't really addressed this in a little while, so I'm gonna talk about some stocks, what I'm buying, what I'm looking at, and what you should be looking at as well. So again, make sure you go ahead, hit that like button for this video, but consider subscribing so that I can keep you updated on everything that is going on. So again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.